I'm finding my zen right now. Hi, ugly. It's me, Busted Queef, and welcome back to Hot or Rats. And today we'll be reviewing the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Series 2. The entire stunning cast walked the runway one last time, and the top 3 lip-synced for the crown. 3 tops in one room? I must be dreaming. I'll be breaking everyone's runways down for you and letting you know what I really thought about that coronation at the end of today's video. Coronator? I hardly know her. First on the runway is Little Red Riding Hood, and she's all grown up. It's Cherry Valentine. Cherry is in a drop-dead gorgeous red sequence gown. I love this look so much because it is branded. You know exactly who this is hitting the runway, and it really just shows a sense of polish and finesse. It's the perfect capstone to Cherry's time on Drag Race. Well, what little of it there was. Cherry is somebody who really has their brand down. Sparkle, gore, and glamour. She would do well on like Dragula, I think. I just want to remind you some of Cherry's best looks were actually off the runway. Her 3 promos leading up into this season had me gagged, bound, and chained. I was like, oh, she's gonna win bringing all that stuff to RuPaul's Drag Race. I was wrong, but it was love at first sight. This look is hot. Next up, another queen who knows her brand. Simple, elegant, fashionable, Asttina Mandella. Let's not forget her iconic Naomi Campbell recreation on the very first runway. I can't perfectly place the pattern of this gown, but it's reminding me very much of like a 60s mod dress, but in a full-length gown with a little train moment. Who doesn't love a train? Oh, ow. The only thing I don't like about this look, as nice as it is that it feels a little bit pedestrian. It's very ladies who lunch, Real Housewives. But we are also talking about the very same queen that won the first challenge in an ASOS jacket, so off the rack isn't necessarily a bad thing unless it's H&M, right? Sorry, Joe Black. To improve this look, I think a larger-than-life hat would have totally topped it off, but as it is, I'm going to give this look a soft hot. Next up, some say her elimination was punk, and some say she was just acting like a punk. It's Ginny Lemon. This look, get ready for it, is giving me Katya's babushka on the Hello Kitty runway. Like, you can't tell me that she's not about to pack up with Katya, travel back to the motherland, and smoke 10 packs of cigarettes on the way there. It's really cute. The pattern used to construct the vest and hood of the garment are really fun, and I do love that this ultimately represents who Ginny Lemon is. She did not compromise herself once in this competition, not even to wear heels and a wig on the Finale Eleganza Extravaganza runway. Like, girl. For that, I have to respect her, but it does not mean that I have to like the look. I laughed, but I feel like this is more something that I would throw on to take the bins out and not to the finale runway. This looks gonna be a rat. Next up, Sailor Jupiter Power. It's Veronica Green. Okay, so this look. My problem that I have with this here is this looks like a Halloween costume of Sailor Jupiter pulled off the racks of a Spirit Halloween store. And to her credit, it isn't. She did construct this. I pulled the tea from her Instagram. She's got the sketch and everything, and she did acknowledge the little, Sailor Jupiter reference that she used. But I would think she would want to take this above and beyond the anime and more into the realm of Veronica Green. It just feels a little bit replicative instead of inspired by. Give me a bigger hair, rhinestone the mask, like, I don't know, play on the little transformation aspect of the anime this look comes from and give us a reveal. At Halloween, this look would be a treat, but unfortunately tonight on the runway, it just felt like a bad trick. This look is a rat. Next up, part the Red Seas. It's time for the Exodus. It's Joe Black. Oh, y'all didn't think we was gonna get biblical on here, did you? When I tell you this look had me choking, bitch. This is giving me late 1500s Queen Elizabethan realness, mama. This is what I'm looking for in the Finale Extravaganza runway. And are her feet barking, or is that just her ref? And I did peep some tea from her Instagram. She pulled this little headpiece thing, apparently from a thrift shop of all places, and then transformed it into part of this amazing runway breaking look. Like, people, this is who we eliminated first. So to say that the riggery and the robbery on RuPaul's Drag Race UK is something new going on, well, I don't think so. She is the ocean. She is the ship in the ocean. She is the motion. This look is hot. And Jo was another queen that I had pegged for top 4 from the outset, just based on looks alone. This was somebody who was inspiring some of the queens originally that she was competing against in the competition. I don't think that RuPaul's Drag Race was made for Jo Black, but Jo Black certainly was made to slay. Next up, I'll ask you all one last time, tea or coffee? It's tea or coffee. I have never felt more caffeinated by Tia than right now. This was the perfect way, I think, for Tia to capstone her time on Drag Race. Hair, body, mug, it's all there. When it's right, it's right. I love this really bizarre looking, casual yet high fashionable pattern and the way it's been rhinestoned and accessorized with those opulent red gloves and the ruffles. It's a really, really great play on textures and colors. And Tia, you look stunning. She may not have had the best track record on the runway. Episodes 2, 3, and 6, I'm looking at you. But tonight, this is the redemption that our little Tia Coffee Glamazon needed and deserved. I'll take my Tia like I take my coffee. Tia, watch out! She's behind you! It's your sister! Sister, sister! This was a full stop gag, I have to say it. I have never been more impressed by Sister on the runway than right now. I don't know what she did. Actually, I do. It's the really well-styled wig, the beautiful makeup, stunningly, gorgeously crafted theater curtain gown that she has. It's so pretty. And I'm not really sure if the axe was meant to give us like a Mommy Dearest reference, or maybe she's cosplaying as Jack Nicholson's Dark Thoughts, or maybe she's just ready to cut a and we may never know if the carpet matches the drapes. But Sister certainly stole the show and killed the competition tonight. This look is next up, if Bimini's the bride tonight, then Ahura is her slutty daughter who ran off with a groom to a little, Motel 6, styled her hair with his help, left him there, and then made it back just in time to walk the runway. She is giving me alien-esque Lady Gaga at the Met Gala, but make it Ahura. I love that soft mint green glove and boot paired with that white puffball fabric, and the connectedness of it all really just is alarming, but at the same time really fresh and fashion forward. This is someone who was meant to design clothing. I would love to see her on a season of Project Runway so that she can win something, and eventually as the creative director of a fashion house. Ahura was an interesting competitor in this season of Drag Race. They kind of gave her an edit where she started off as the villain, and then they let us slowly fall in love with her while hiding some of her better moments, in my opinion, like on the Snatch Game, before finally surprise eliminating her right when we fell in love. Ahura, I don't know if you know this, but your fashion degree is showing. This look is Before we go any further, I want to say thanks so much for watching today's video, and to remind you that my channel is supported by my generous patrons over on patreon.com. That's my members only website where you can get exclusive benefits like early access to my videos, access to my exclusive lip sync reaction videos that I post every single week, access to vote in my hottest patron polls, access to the Bussy Queen Discord server, and more. Click the link in the description of this video to join my Patreon at patreon.com/bussyqueen for just a few pounds a month and help me afford things like makeup, wigs, studio equipment, rent, and food. Seriously, I couldn't do this without my patron family, so thank y'all for making Bussy Queen possible. Now, let's get back to it. Next up, it's Bimini Bon Boulash. When Bimini stepped onto the runway tonight as Bimini Bride Boulash, I have never felt more proud of a Drag Race contestant. Seriously. This is somebody who, throughout the entire competition, had raw talent from day one, but lip-synced on day one. She came back from that little corona break completely reinvigorated, plumped, filled, plucked, and with a brand new closet. The one Snatch Game, and she killed the runway every single week in the second half of the competition. On the runway tonight, her hair looks like a high-fashion bird nest, and her nipples have never looked more beautiful. If I ever have the misfortune of getting married, this is what I would want to wear up on that altar. This look has all of the weirdness and all of the beauty behind Bimini all wrapped up into one big beautiful box. This look is hot. Also, if you're into conspiracy theories, I just realized something. All of her runway looks are connected to the letter B. Bimini in blue, Bimini the bacteria, Bimini Dr. Isabella blows a lot, Bimini blemish, Bimini the baby doll, and Bimini the bride. Bimini, you've got some explaining to do. Next up, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. It's Ellie Diamond. She's giving us a Glinda the Good Witch baby doll-esque inspired fantasy. Ellie on the runway tonight is a really great example of using a reference to create a unique look in your own flavor without directly replicating a costume. She looks gorgeous, and I was so excited because she finally gave us a skirt on a dress that went below her calves. But also I was super impressed because it represents her story on Drag Race. Her promo look was inspired by the little singing girl munchkins of Oz. Her surprise runway was the Tin Man, the Lion, and the Scarecrow. She clicked her sparkly red boots in the finale performance, and finally, she is Glinda. Miss Ellie Diamond is walking into iconic territory. Watch out, girls. Ellie tonight made it over the rainbow, but unfortunately got sent back to Kansas before she could lip sync for the crown. Ultimately, and the judges touched on this a little bit, Ellie was somebody in the competition who I think felt a little one note, and it's not a bad thing because she played that one note super well, but I think she is someone who has yet to develop all of the aspects of her personality. That diamond has yet to be cut into its final form, that there is so much potential. This is somebody who taught herself the art and craft of drag after working in a drive-thru, going through homelessness, and finally competing on RuPaul's Drag Race. I couldn't be more proud of her, and I'm excited to see what she does with her career in the future. And remember, Ellie, only bad witches like me are ugly. This look is hot. Next up, they say to dress for the job you want, and Lawrence is ready to host the pit stop. Okay, firstly, congratulations to our newly crowned queen of RuPaul's Drag Race UK, Lawrence Chaney. Lawrence is giving us a gown in her signature color purple with little race flag checks down the sides and cut into pieces of the outfit. I think inspired by RuPaul herself's outfit in the logo of RuPaul's Drag Race. The comedy and personality of who Lawrence is as a performer really comes out on this runway. Was it the best executed in the world? Maybe not. I, for example, would have taken off that chunky white belt in the center and then dropped the length of the gown maybe 6 more inches because it is kind of sitting at that awkward height that, you know, kind of exposes some heel. I don't know, just a little more length would have helped. As it always does, am I right? Ow. Lawrence is somebody who stumbled near the end and maybe in some of the most critical challenges of RuPaul's Drag Race, but came out with 3 wins nonetheless. I think it's really hard to compare a queen that starts off strongly with a queen that ends strongly, because as viewers of the show, it feels like in our brains we've kind of turned off the Lawrence Chaney channel and switched over to Bimini Bon Boulash. But in reality, we have to remember that this is a competition across 10 episodes and not just the second half. We also can't ignore that Lawrence had some excellent looks on the runway. Her Panto Dames, A Day at the Seaside, and Monster mashups were all iconic moments for her. And this look really is great in its own right. It didn't finish first tonight, but I'd still give it a trophy because it's hot. Next up, body, face, Tayce. Tayce tonight is wearing what is essentially a reskinned version of her promo look. I like the callback, but I'm not impressed. I've got to be honest. It's Tayce in a rhinestone catsuit with some feathers and a 60-inch wig, which I freely admit I could never pull off, right? I mean, she looks leagues better than I ever will. But for the Finale Eleganza Extravaganza runway, I wanted something fresh, something fun, and this just left me wanting more. Like, on its own, in a vacuum, she looks gorgeous, it's hot, and it's Tayce at her best. But when we look back at some of her iconic looks like the Panto Dames and Stoned on the Runway runways, and oh my god, the Vampire Frankenstein's bride monster look, put any of those in this finale runway and she could have got the crown. Hell, I would have even swapped this for what she wore in the finale challenge. That was a really cool, punky, fresh, fashion-forward look, even if it was a catsuit. Tayce has had some excellent moments on the runway, but this one was not a crowning jewel for me. It's gonna be a ooh, I hate saying that. As for the main challenge remix in the final 3 lip sync, if we had to give the crown to one queen based on this episode only, I would actually give it to Tayce. She had the best lyrics and performance in the main challenge. Nobody beat that choreography, and the best dancing in the lip sync. She proved tonight that there is not a better performer amongst this cast. period. I mean, who else could have survived 4 lip syncs across this competition? However, evaluating tonight's episode with the entirety of the competition, I think we have to recognize that the 3 and 4 wins for Lawrence and Bimini respectively really left those two as the only viable options for the crown. But overall, I think all 4 of them gave performances. Lawrence's maybe was delivered a little bit more comically and timed a bit better than, let's say, Bimini's, but Bimini had better choreography and pulled off things like handstands in the main challenge. And in the final 3 lip sync, I think Bimini was more interesting to watch. She gave a really serious moment in the beginning and then did that crazy can-can thing with her legs, and Lawrence gave camp comedy. It was funny. All things considered, I won't lie, I was rooting for Bimini Bon Boulash, but I am so happy for and proud of Lawrence Chaney. She represents something unique for the RuPaul's Drag Race franchise and will represent it so well, and is as deserving as Bimini is for this crown. So go send her some love, go congratulate our cast, and let them know how supportive and uplifting you are of their time on this TV show spent entertaining us. I also did do an exclusive final 3 lip sync and coronation reaction video available only on my Patreon at patreon.com/BussyQueen, so you can head over there right after this video to watch it. And as for my hottest hot tonight on the runway, goes to Bimini Bon Boulash. I also asked my patrons to vote for their hottest hot tonight, and they've chosen Joe Black. As always, I want to say thanks so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to press like if you need a Mackey's right about now, and to press subscribe if you want to support the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 14. Maybe. I also want to give a special shout out to Poutine Levine, who's just joined my Patreon at the hot tier. And Anthony, Bradley, Cameron, Cherry Poppins, Christopher, Evan, Fractalize, Freddie, DJ Bearclaw, Glenn, Got the Morbs, Jay, Jenny, Gen X, Jonah, Johnny, Kazuko, Kevin, Kiki and John, Maddie Morissette, Olympus Mons, Venus, Ron, Rar, Shannon, Sky, Sunshine, Tina, Timothy, Tony, and who were all supporting me at my hottest tier. And Angel, Caroline, Craig, Hope, JB, Luke, Marty and Cheesy Boy, Matthew, Nurse Luca, Rochambeau, Sailor, Timotheus, and Tom, who were all supporting me at the Bussy Queen Collector tier. Thanks so much for watching. See y'all next time. Love ya. Bye. God, I'm such a bitch. If your lip gloss isn't popping and you're not reviewing Drag Race from the shoulders up wearing basketball shorts, you're not doing drag.